Video walk on Keystone Cougar, 2019 used one. Look in the back, we are pre-wired for a backup camera. Now it does not have a backup camera, but you are pre-wired for one. If you'd like to have one installed, just make sure you let somebody know. Short cord, it's your short cord to come with a unit. You just twist this on, tighten this up some, keep it from getting unplugged. And it's 50 amp, and you can see how long it is. Got a receiver in the back. It is not for towing, just for like a bike rack or like a regular rack. It has a 300-pound capacity. Right over there is going to be the perfect spot to store your sewer hose. That's what it's for storing your sewer hose. Storage here. This is where you'll find your short cord when you get your unit. Right up here, one of your dumps for your rear. You got a valve here. I always give them a tap. Make sure they're all the way closed before you take the cap off. So that'll be your black tank. That one over there will be your gray tank for the rear bathroom. Like I said, always make sure those are closed before you take your cap off. And then I always do black tank first, let that get dumped, and then I'll do gray tank. And what that'll do is it'll flush it out. The gray tank will flush out the black tank water out of the hose. That way you don't have to carry around the hose dripping with black tank water. There's another one. Exhaust for your fridge. Every once in a while you're all going to want to clean up in here, up in there. Even take this whole panel off, clean back there. Same with the one above there. Right over here you have another gray tank, and then on the other side of that is another one of those pull valves. Works just like the ones in the back. That'll just be for your kitchen sink. It is on its own gray tank. Freshwater fill. This is where you fill your onboard fresh tank. Just rest your hose in there, turn it on, it'll automatically start filling up from the hose. Don't wait till you hear water squirt out everywhere to tell you it's full. Monitor its progress inside. Definitely recommend draining your fresh tank after every time you're going to leave this camper unattended for an extended period of times. You don't want that water sitting in there. It'll start to get stagnant. And then your drain for it is right here. And there was water in there from when we tested it, so you can watch how quickly it drains. Here, your main water area, external shower is your quick disconnect for it. Water heater bypass, so you can turn your water heater bypass on or off here. Winterize right here, so you can turn your water heater on to bypass, turn winterize to on. If you have an old hose that you can screw into here and cut the end off of it, you can stick that hose into your gallon of antifreeze, turn the pump on, and instead of sucking from your fresh tank, it'll suck from here. When you have city water, this is where you can hook your hose up to if where you're going provides water. This is what you'll use most of the time. The tank flush, you can hook a hose up to there, turn it on. There's a small nozzle in your black tank. You can use that to flush out the black tank when you're dumping it, so it doesn't smell. Pre-wired for solar, you have to still buy the solar kit. This does not come with the solar kit, so it'll have to be a separate purchase if you choose to have one. Satellite and cable inputs, battery disconnect. So if you want to disconnect your battery when you're storing this to keep anything from using your battery while you're away, it's perfect. However, if you want this to be charged while it's plugged in, your battery needs to be set to on. Then you can run all your cords and cables up through here, so you don't have to have the compartment door open. Nice pass-through storage. Got your auto leveling. It's very simple to use. All your instructions for it are literally right there. Tells you exactly what you need to do. But we'll hit auto level for now, and then we'll go back to it once we're done. Propane, you have 2 propane tanks, one on either side. They are filled, so you don't have to worry about getting them filled. The regulator for it is on the other side, and we'll show you that when we go to the other side. Well, here's got a lot of good information. Your VIN is on there, tire pressure, 80 psi. That's what you want your tires to be filled to. That's what we checked them at too. That's what they're at now. Cargo carrying capacity, 2,800 pounds. Lots of good information here. Definitely recommend checking your tire pressure. I would say before every trip. If you are going to tow this, definitely recommend checking that before every trip. If you're going to have it in a permanent spot, still check it, but it's going to be less pertinent. And here you got your battery. It's a Group 24 RV, Group 27, sorry, RV marine grade battery. Use your battery disconnect to your advantage. Disconnect the battery when you're storing this. Or if you have it plugged in during storage, just leave it plugged in, leave your battery connected, and just make sure all your lights are off. Definitely recommend taking it out in the winter. Taking your battery out in the winter. The winter's harsh on these batteries. If you are going to take it out, just take a picture. There are a couple leads off of each thing, so you can remember where everything went before you put it back in. You have some docking lights right here. Work for LEDs up here, as well as another light right here. Coming along over here, other propane tank. Right here you have your regulator. That's your switch, so you can tell it's pointing kind of that way. So if you follow the line, it goes to this tank. It's going to pull from this tank first. If your other tank were to be on and then this one would get depleted, a little diaphragm in here will open up and it'll automatically switch to pulling from your other tank, which is nice. However, this doesn't move, indicating it's switched. So you have no real way to tell if it's switched a tank. So definitely recommend keeping that in the back of your mind. And then some people have it in the middle, thinking it's going to pull from both tanks equally. It doesn't work that way, and anytime I see a customer come in with work and I see it split like that, I chuckle a little because I know that's not right. Coming in through here, other side of that storage right here. Right here's your brain for your touchscreen, your in-command system in there. Don't fiddle with anything that has to do with that. You'll be better off just not messing with it. The only thing I would say you can fiddle with, if you notice like a slide out or something doesn't work, check these fuses back here. Other than that, don't take this off. Don't start unwiring things. You could mess the whole in-command thing up, and it be quite a pain in the butt to try to figure out and fix it. So don't fiddle with it. Satellite and cable outlets out here, as well as another TV outlet, not TV outlet, GFCI protected outlet. So you could have a TV in this little compartment here and watch TV outside if you wanted. Exhaust for your fridge, not fridge, your furnace. Keep it clean. Clean any debris you see out of there. They do make screens for these. They don't recommend you run them with the screen on, but as far as like travel or storage, it's going to keep road debris in from there. It's going to keep insects from building up nests in there. They are a good help. Another GFCI protected outlet. All your GFCI outlets are on the same circuit. If one trips, all the connected ones will trip as well. Water heater is super simple. The only thing you folks will have to do is put your plug in. It goes in here. 1 1/16 is the socket size. Get it in there. Get it snug. Don't over tighten it. As soon as that's in there, you'll be good to turn it on. Not turn it on, but turn on water, let it get filled, and then turn it on. Definitely recommend draining it after every trip, every major trip. If you use it for a week and you're not going to use it again for another 2 weeks, drain the water out of it, just like your fresh tank, because you don't want it sitting full of water. It'll get stagnant, it'll be smelly, it'll be no good. Before you pull your plug out to drain it, open up your pressure relief. Water will squirt out here, that's fine. You also want to make sure you shut off all sources of water, whether it be from your pump or your city water. Once the water stops squirting out, give it a few more seconds, then snap it closed, then you can take the plug out. If you neglect to relieve the pressure through here, it's going to come out through here, and that's at chest level. You're going to get wet, that rod might hit you, it'll be no fun. And then if you want to make one on electric, make sure this switch down here is on to on. Now if I turn it on now, it still won't work because it needs to be turned on from the in-command system as well. And then I definitely recommend cleaning down in there and up in there quite often. 4 times a year is my recommendation. Every changing of the season. And then all this is a tank vent. And when you fill up your fresh tank, there's air in it, right? Naturally. The air has to escape as you fill it with water. This is where it will come out of. Now if you overfill your tank, there's a chance it might start squirting out over here. That's why I say don't wait till you hear water squirt out everywhere until you know it's done. Watch on your monitoring panel to know when it's done. Alright, that's pretty much it for the outside. We'll go do that leveling system, show you how to undo it. So it did the front jacks, got them level up and down, side to side. Then it does the rear jacks, and then does the whole thing level, side to side, front to back. If you're ready to raise up your jacks, you don't want to do all of them at once because it'll do the front ones as well. So if you scroll down here, it'll say auto retract rear. Don't do all, it'll do the front ones. Go back up, hit auto retract rear, hit enter. It's going to retract the rear jacks. And like I said, this has really well written instructions on it too. We'll come in and onto the inside. Put your in-command system here, turn it on. Right now your passcode is all zeros. Oop. Type that in. If you wish to change it, go to settings, to passcode, type in the current passcode, and then type in the new passcode you want. You can control your water heater here from gas and electric, or both gas and electric. Just remember, if you're going to run electric, make sure there's water in it, and make sure you turn that switch on the outside to on. And you can turn your water pump on and off from here. Check your battery voltage, turn on and off most of your interior lights from here. Like I said, some of them will still stay on. Ones that are controlled off the in-command system, like those, and some of the bedroom ones, you still have to physically turn off. Right? You have HVAC. So first it'll ask you your front AC. That's just that one. What do you want it set to? So this is how you change your temperature, right? You have fan speed, auto, low, and high. I just recommend leaving them on auto. Auto is going to allow it to cycle on and off at its set temperature. So you can see the zone says 72. I have it set to 55. The shop's pretty hot, so it'll probably take a long time to actually reach 55 degrees in here. But once it did, AC will shut off, and then as it starts getting warmer back in here, your AC will kick back on to help kind of regulate that temperature. If you just had it on high or low, it's going to stay on no matter what temperature it is set to. You hit it again, you're just turning it off for the front AC. For the rear AC, the same thing. The fan mode works the same thing. The temperature setting works the same thing, up or down. But you have more modes. You can do fan. So the first thing it'll ask you is your fan. Now, just like your front AC, you can run just the fan on the AC. So it kicks the compressor off, but it just runs the fan on it. Tap it again, it goes to cool. So this is the one in the back. And then tap it again, and it goes to heat. It'll ask what source. The only source is gas. Fan speed again, auto. Then you can change your temperature of your heat here. Your furnace goes all the way to 90. And as you saw, your AC goes all the way down to 55. Then if you tap it again, you have it on auto. So let's say you had this room set to 72, right? Let's say it got to 60 degrees overnight. Your furnace will kick on to raise the temperature to 72 degrees in here. And let's say during the day it got to 90 degrees. Now your AC will kick on to lower the temperature to 72 degrees. Then you have a switch for your fan. So hit open right there. That's for a fan vent. Right here. As soon as you open it, it'll turn on. And then you can change your fan speeds right here. You can turn the fan off, you can have it medium, low, high. And when you close the vent, as soon as it gets closed, it turns the fan off. Right below that, breaker box. All your breakers for your 120 volt appliances, and all your fuses for your 12 volts. So you have all 15s. I would definitely recommend some bunch of 15 amp fuses just in case something were to happen. You'll be able to replace a fuse real quickly. Coming up through here into the bedroom, you got your radio. This will act as a standard definition. Ooh, this one is an HD DVD player. HD, not Blu-ray, HD DVD player for the TV in here. So, all you gotta do to use your radio, tap the power on, turn the radio on. This right here is your volume knob. You have different zones, so you can see right here, zone 1 and 2 are both on. Zone 1's inside, zone 2's outside. So, hit zone 1, turn it off. Now it's just the outdoor speakers. Hit again, turn it back on, hit zone 2, turn that off. Now it's just the inside speakers. You can see how that can be useful. And you have presets here, push and save to save a preset, pause, play, stop, rewind, forward, Bluetooth, hit that. You want to make sure your phone's paired to it, then you can run Bluetooth, listen to your own music. Mode selection here, because you have auxiliary and some other modes. You have a headphone jack and a USB port. USB port doesn't interface with here, it's just for charging your phone. And then, obviously, DVD player or CDs if you got some CDs you want to listen to. This remote will act as the remote for the DVD player portion as well as changing the volume and changing the radio channel. Got a fireplace right here with a remote. Obviously the power turns it on and off. Fahrenheit changes the temperature of the heat. The dimmer just changes the flame. The heat button changes the intensity, so no heat, low heat, high heat. And then you have a timer. You can set a timer on there as well. All the remotes are going to be in this one right next to there. Then your remote for your TV is up here. Now you may be wondering, TV? Where's the TV at? Got a switch tucked up underneath there. You can see it right there. That's where your TV's at. But we won't go all the way out in interest of saving time. But now you know where that switch for that is. Whew. Both of these couches turn into beds. Kind of difficult to show one-handed while filming, but I'll do my best to explain it. All you do is remove these back cushions right here, set them aside, lift up in here. There'll be legs underneath there. The whole thing will fold out kind of like an upside-down V with legs that you fold out, set down. Then you need to take this back portion and set it down to create a platform to sleep on. This couch does it too. These ones are just recliners. Then you have some storage in here too as well. Coming back down to here. Microwave works like a standard household microwave. It's only going to work if the camper's plugged in. Range top is very simple. You can fold this up and back. Turn this flame turn it to the flame. Twist your sparker. Should light right up. Propane gas is off, so it's about to bleed all the gas out of the lines. There you go. All three of the burners work that same way. Your oven works a little differently. Turn this to the flame. Push and hold. As you're pushing and holding that, you want to look down in here. You're looking for that pilot to be lit. As you're pushing and holding that, you twist your sparker. Once that pilot is lit, you can turn that to your set temperature. If you know you're going to have to cook again in a few hours and you don't want to have to relight that pilot again, if you turn it off but turn it from the temperature to the flame, shuts the burners off, leaves the pilot on. However, make sure you turn it off before you go to bed. You just don't want to leave a lit pilot unattended or leave the camper with a lit pilot unattended. It's kind of obvious that you don't want to do that. And then light turns the light on the knobs as well as your oven light. Fridge, super simple. You have on or off right here. Switch from auto and gas, and then you can change your temperature. Definitely recommend just leaving it on auto. Auto is going to default to 110. That's what it wants to use. If it were to lose power in any way, shape, or form, it'll automatically switch to running off of propane. I still need a battery. Still needs 12 volt. Still needs 12 volt power to run off of propane, but you won't need 120 power to be able to run off of propane. That'll save your food from getting spoiled and whatnot. Now, these fridges work differently than any fridge at your house. A fridge this size, this shape, will take about 8 to 10, anywhere from 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 hours to get to operating temperature. It's been running since this morning. I've had it plugged in since this morning, and it's only at 34 degrees. But I would say right now at this point you could put some food in there. You can maybe even put some stuff in the freezer to start getting that cold too. But it still has a little bit ways to go before it's fully cold. Right in here, it's going to have all your manuals in this booklet. Just kind of gloss through it when you get home. It even has the original window sticker and sold tag from the previous owners. That just tells me when I see stuff like that, the previous owners took very good care of their stuff. Light switch right here turns on and off the LED, decorative LEDs up here. This one, it looks like it's always in the down position, and it will always be in the down position. This turns on and off the main lights in here because they are connected to the in-command system. There's one other switch that does that in here. That's in the bedroom. Light switch here turns these nice LEDs on the slide out on. Right below there is kind of like a photosensitive switch. Tap it, your finger on it. Turns the lights on. Tap and hold. It dims them. Alright, move to over here. Propane alarm. This is a propane gas alarm. It's hardwired to the 12 volt system. There's no batteries you have to worry about changing. Bathroom right here. This is this resettable GFCI that you would hit reset on if any of your GFCIs would have tripped. Lights in the bathroom here. Your shower, these do magnetic close like this. Oh, not this style. Some of the styles do. But you just close your doors together like that. There you go. That's right. When you use your shower, when you travel with your shower, make sure you latch these. Well, these are just going to be, the doors will swing out everywhere. It'll just be no good at all. Another GFCI outlet again. If this one would have tripped, we set it over there. Toilet, super simple. As long as you're pushing this pedal, it's going to keep flushing. The nice thing about this toilet is it's made of porcelain. Oh, this AC's been on for a while because I can feel it in here. Ooh, it feels nice in here. Nice big bed. I believe they call this a camper king, so it's not quite a real king, but for a camper, it's a king. I do believe it has storage underneath. Yep. So you got plenty of storage underneath there. TV back here as well. Here's your remote for the TV back here. We'll put it in this drawer right here. Plenty of space, plenty of storage in here. Emergency exit. Just lift this up. Lift this up, you can push it out. You'll be able to jump out the window. Another outlet down here. I do think there might be another one somewhere else. No, not on this side. So you just got that one outlet over there in the bedroom. And then two clicking lights, one above the bed, and then one in the slide out too. Alrighty then. Well, one more thing, and I forgot to show you. I can't believe I forgot to do that. This right here on your in-command system, this is how you read your tanks. So it'll be a lighter shade of blue in that bar, and it'll kind of fill up. Alright, well that's your video walkthrough on your Cougar. Used 2019 Cougar. It's in real good condition. I hope you guys enjoy using this camper. I hope you guys get a lot of good use out of it. I really like these front livings the best. They get a lot of space up there. It almost feels like a home. Oh, you know too? Silly me, I'm still forgetting stuff. You have tank heaters on here. You can turn these on if you're camping in the winter. It's going to keep the stuff in your fresh and your gray tanks from freezing up. More light switches here. This one turns on and off those LEDs over there. The one to the right of that turns on and off these on. Now I'm done. Now I'm really done, I promise, I swear. Hope you guys enjoyed this camper. Hope you found the video informative. And goodbye.